Hey everyone, this is Longbridge Bricks. In my 9th in the series of PoPPin Polybags, I'll be taking a look at set number 30539, Ninjago's Lloyd's quad bike. Now this set has come out during February 2021, has 39 pieces, 1 minifigure, and will be a free gift with purchase. However, I managed to pick this up from eBay for £8. So that's the brief. Let's go and take a closer look. Now for a small poly bag, I've got a lot going on here with the artwork on this particular bag. Anyway, starting in the top sort of left-hand corner, of course, got the Lego logo, and just below that you've got the Ninjago logo. And you've got this really nice kind of margin that they're both kind of drawing into there. That dragon with its kind of orange and red scales. That's kind of cool, doesn't it? I'm liking that. But I'm also liking this here, the kind of mauve sky there with the purple lightning there. And you've got this kind of really tranquil looking turquoise water. Looks like something from the Maldives, except of course, you've got these spiky mounds there sticking out of the water, you know, potentially protecting the island. Over here, we've got this kind of giant stone head being carved. It looks kind of interesting. I mean, there's going to be something to do with the inhabitants of the island, perhaps. Who knows? And then round here, you've got this image of this very dense jungle, and of course, we've got Lloyd here showing off his kind of new outfit for the island as well. It looks pretty good. Nice artwork as well. I'm really liking that. The set itself is aimed at 6 and over, and then round here, of course, we've got the, you know, this kind of, I don't know, it's quite a fun looking build really of the quad bike. And of course, we get our first look at the minifigure that is, of course, Island Lloyd. Looks pretty cool, doesn't it? Anyway, we'll take a look at him in just a moment. Round the back, nothing going on there, little bits of information. And we've got this kind of teasing section here to kind of show us what's going on inside it. But anyway, that's the bag. Let's pop it open and see what's inside. Well, we've got some interesting elements in this poly bag. What with the, you know, the small, fat, grippy tyres there. We've got ourselves a decent array of gold elements. We've got some sandy green there as well. I think that looks pretty good for the quad bike itself. We'll take a closer look at Lloyd in just a moment, but let's take a look at the instructions, shall we? It's tiny, isn't it? Look at that. Absolutely tiny. I love it though. Anyway, take a look on the inside. Now, it doesn't look like we've got any adverts here. Again, not giving us any more insight into what's coming on season 14 of Ninjago. But anyway, this is kind of where we want to get to after, of course, this quick, brief speed build. So this is my first look at Island Lloyd. I think he looks pretty good actually. I'm liking it. There's certainly a lot going on with this figure. Anyway, let's start at the very top, shall we? Let's look at this headpiece here. I mean, look how elaborate that hairstyle is there. And it's a dual molded piece. Of course, it's got the green band going through his hair. I think it looks really nice. It certainly gives Luke Skywalker a run for his money, he does. And if I just pop that off and turn that around there, you'll see there how it all kind of molds together. Looks good, doesn't it? Now, we've got dual faces with this particular figure as well, which again, for a poly bag, I think that's really good. So we've got this kind of contemplation looking face there. Then around this side, you've got a more of a angry looking Lloyd. It looks like he's actually getting ready to run into battle. But what I do like about these faces is that you've got that kind of camouflage fingerprint there going across each of his cheeks there. So I think it looks really nice. Let's pop that back on again. So down to the torso, then we've got plenty going on here. We've got kind of braces going across there with the golden kind of belt as well. I'm liking that with the buckle. I mean, that looks great. That does. The pockets of that, I think they're really well printed. I mean, there is a lot going on there. You've even got some leaves there, kind of stuffed into one of his braces going across there down the right hand side of his torso. That looks really good. I like that a lot. And of course that all continues around the back of the torso as well, with that brace going across his kind of emblem, and you've got that utility belt there with all different pockets there as well. I think it looks really good. There's lots of detail there. And there's a nice pattern going on there with a kind of a golden green pattern kind of in and around all the other stuff that's going on there in the print. Back of the legs, nothing going on there. Side of the arms, side of the legs, no print in there. Of course, that's all pretty standard stuff anyway for Ninjago figures. And then of course the legs, I think they look really good. They kind of reflect the rest of the torso really, really well. And that kind of cloth band that he's got going across his hip works really well and kind of lines up nicely on the legs as well. You know, he's a good looking Lloyd that you can easily tell he's dressed for a rumble in the jungle. So let's pop Lloyd over there just for a moment or so. Now we can focus on this, the actual quad bike itself, which I think is actually really nice. It's a good combination of colours, there's some decent elements in there as well. And you know, for 39 odd parts or so, I think it looks pretty good. Anyway, let's start at the front, shall we? We've got this nice element here. It's kind of like making up a nice, decent looking bumper. It kind of reminds me of a sort of bumper a Vitara would have or something like that. I think it's great. And any shrubbery you get there from the island and the jungle and all that kind of stuff would certainly get knocked out of the way quick enough. You've got these lovely, great big tyres as well. Look at them, they're great big fat tyres. They look brilliant, they really do. And they're nice and grippy as well. I mean, they're perfect for a kind of minifigure scale quad bike. You've got these lovely sandy green curves here that kind of act in as the wheel arches as well. I think that works particularly well too. And I've got these clips here that kind of holding on his weapons of choice there, in this case the golden machete. I don't know what it is with Lloyd actually. All his vehicles seem to have lots of swords and that kind of pointing. Seems like a very dangerous way of driving, but hey ho, the life of a ninja, I guess. Anyway, just overall all the colour combination I think works really well. You've got the kind of like the almost the camouflage, if you like, the sandy green, the dark green. And then you've got the kind of like the gold elements in this as well, which I think kind of makes it look a bit funky and cool as well. I mean, the driving position of it's pretty good as well. I think it kind of works best when he's kind of standing in there, holding on to his handlebars as well, just like it looks on the front cover there of the Polybag. And then just like a kind of a nice reflection into this particular quad bike is the flag. It's the flag itself, really. Is it the flag? To me, seems over elaborate, almost a bit of a reflection as to what the rest of the quad bike's really like, in the sense that you've got this lovely, great big Ninjago hilt there at the tip of it. Of course, you've got the pole and you've got the clip going down there that clips into the rear bumper. But also as well, why has he got a white flag? Now, to me, that's screaming that it even needs to be a print on there, or of course, you know, like a sticker. But then maybe it's there for a particular reason, because we don't know the story yet. Maybe Lloyd's driving around the jungle on the island for a particular reason for it being white. Who knows? Let me know what you think about that though, down in the description below. So overall then, what are my thoughts on Polybag 30539? Well, we get this camouflage fun buggy with fat tyres and an island Lloyd that is almost donning the full season 14 attire. He just happens to be missing his katana, his face mask and a pauldron, which acts as his kind of shoulder armour. But without a doubt, this is going to be the cheapest way that you can pick up the Green Island Ninja. And this Polybag gives us some kind of clues and insight into seasons 14 and where it's going. And I'm kind of excited to see how the new season unfolds. And with that, if you can pick up this Polybag as a gift with purchase, then certainly go for it. Thank you as always for tuning in. If you like this video, please do give it a thumbs up and let me know in the comments below if you'd like to see me pop open any particular Polybag in the series. And don't forget, you can follow the channel on Instagram and Twitter. And if you're new around here, why not hop on and subscribe and become a big part of the LBB family. I'll leave you now with some videos that I think you might like.